Cracker Barrel made a huge mistake. They tried to take the gentleman and the barrel off of the sign, and then people were like, we don't know where the crackers go. Where's the barrel? And where's the gentleman who is going to hand us the crackers from the barrel? And then on top of that, after people were like, oh, no, thank you. The design, as you can see here, of the restaurant, which has, shall we say, nostalgia, they wanted to change it. And they tested it at 4 locations, as you can see there, and people lost their minds. The elderly went crazy.
I don't know if that's a factual.
They did. I'm forget the video.
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on this, like so many thoughts.
Yeah.
Number one, what was shocking to me is how surprised Cracker Barrel was with the responses to their logo change and their store designs. Why did they not know this market research ahead of time that they could have been polling, testing,
They could have asked. Instead
yeah.
of just like the triangular peg thing that nobody can win, just put it on the peg thing. I love it too.
Except it's so sticky as a grown up. As a grown up, you don't want to touch it.
So
as a kid, you love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Put
okay.
the sign, maybe.
So number one, there's a research problem. Number two, I'm going to get controversial here because I don't think they should have listened to the uproar. Okay, here's the thing.
Really?
I have been in many churches when we put in a contemporary service.
Mm-hmm.
Only traditional music with the regular pews and hymns, and it was very traditional. And I was in the church when they were making the decision to put a contemporary service into the church, so that families would come, younger people come, the unchurched would start coming to church, all the things. Now, I'm not making this religious, this marketing thing to this. There was always an uproar in the church from all the people who had been going forever. That they didn't want the change. They didn't want the addition. They would stop going if we changed. But the challenge was it was only the same regulars that were going all that time. And we were making the changes for new people. My challenge with them caving to the uproar of people who did not like the logo change or the location change, are they only getting that from people who've been customers for a long time? Or are they also looking at how to get new customers in, because there's going to be this transition point. The old guard doesn't love it, but you need to make some changes for the new guard to start going.
Yeah, I think the biggest backlash came from the man who was
put
out of work because he's like, who now shall hand them crackers from the barrel? No, but for real, like
I can tell you were waiting on something there.
I was waiting.
You were waiting for that.
Let me insert my cheesy joke. Okay, so that being said, yeah, I think they did not know their people, first of all, but it speaks to the point, I think, even in addition to that, like they're not making money. Or they're losing money. You don't change a brand, especially a beloved brand in certain parts of the country, for nothing. Just because you want to, like, hey, let's see what happens if we tinker with it. That is not what corporate America does. When it is working, you stick with it. Look at Coca-Cola. Look at Pepsi. Look at when they try to do all these massive brands, and then they make these changes because they're like, well, let's see. And it goes horribly.
Tanked.
Right. But in this sense, they're probably losing money. They probably realize that younger people are coming in and being like, what is all this lace and all these what? They don't even know what it is. What do we call this?
Parents, we don't love it because your kids want to buy everything in the front of the store, and like a $50 meal ends up costing $500.
That's what we have amusement parks for, where you actually go on the ride and you're like, yeah, and then you've got to like put blinders on your child as you walk out the exit because there's everything to buy right there. So I understand it, and yes, I agree. I agree that if you want to have Cracker Barrel in 2030 or 2035 or 2040, then you're not going to be able to have the rickety chairs and the sort of like
because they're like, people went into the new stores and they didn't like it. Yeah, but were you trying to get new people to come in? Of course, people don't like change, and that's like not shocking at all. People do not like change. Every time there's been a step towards you, like, I don't want to do it that way.
And look, we're in a tricky time in history. right
Mhm.
now where America is very polarized.
Oh, is it?
And
I had no idea.
Just in case you didn't know. Like, so I understand how they would be
Uh-huh.
extremely gun shy. You know, you look at the moves, and even I think this was like something that happened before, and then somebody found it, and it was, you know, Budweiser, and like the thing, I think it was Budweiser, like what they did, and how people violently started shooting Budweiser like all the things. I get it, I understand it, but there's always
I don't
going
get
to
that.
be. No, I don't get
understand
it. I mean, I get in the sense of it's America.
It's
you can believe what
polarizing.
you want to believe. You
Yeah.
can feel how you want to feel. I don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with
Yeah,
me.
we
you
just
know
don't
what I
have
mean?
the right to do it.
But like, yeah, sure. So, I mean, I understand why they did it, and I understand why they caved, but there's always going to be a painful transition, whether that's
Always.
church, whether that is
Yeah.
in government, whether
Yeah.
that is what. There's always going to be.
And you
that
have
thing.
to make a decision. It's like
Yeah.
you're going to have the same thing. If you decide to raise your prices, you're going to lose some of your customers.
Right.
If you decide to change your service offerings, there was a time where I used to give every single coaching client one-on-one call each week,
Oh,
which is very unscalable. So there was a time where I had to tell all of them, love all of
sorry.
you,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Some stayed, some didn't. There's going to be this transition point, but to grow, to change, to scale, you're going to make changes, and then you're going to have to be okay with certain people not liking it because you're doing it for the future, not the present.
Right, and the long-term play.
Mhm.
And so, unfortunately, this poor
I mean,
man.
but he already was a poor man because they didn't have him in one of their great rocking chairs. They had him on a static chair. And I think
yeah.
that their rockers are so good.
They are, but look at, he's happy about it. He's like, hey, you want these crackers? He's like,
Exactly.
yeah, like, wait a minute. Here, I wonder if I can get a little closer. Because maybe they did it because of the, no, I can't. But just pitch it. He's got like a bit of a Randy look on his face. He's like,
You think everything goes there, though. So
Hey.
that's a bit of Randy look
He's
in
like,
your
I know-
brain. I
know
think
you
that's
like,
what that
I
is.
know you like bread. Wanna see
All
what's in
right.
my
Yeah, I'm
barrel?
not cutting it. We'll see you next